What up, y'all? It's your boy Shake, and I'm back with another AEW Fight Forever video. I'm gonna cut to the chase. We know the game desperately needs to be fixed. Lots of people have been very doom and gloom about the game, saying it's dead. While I disagree, here are the 8 things AEW Games, THQ, and Yukes can do to make good on their promises, be pro-consumer, and course correct before it's too late. FYI, for the sake of brevity, I won't address any lingering bugs, but rather larger game updates that need to happen. Number one. The first thing Yukes, AEW Games, and THQ need to do is issue an apology to the fans. They launched the game in subpar janky condition. It's been buggy, and I could legitimately make an hour-long video showcasing bugs that I've captured even after the most recent patch. The companies need to get their PR teams together, or have Kenny Omega make a public statement, or hell, hire me. There's nothing wrong with admitting fault. However, problems arise when you dodge accountability because it gives the impression that a person or company doesn't have intentions to make amends, course correct, or resolve an issue. When EA launched the buggy game, they immediately issued a statement and apologized. When CD Projekt Red launched the buggy game, they apologized in their statement immediately. I've made reference to this before. If I'm being honest, everything about Fight Forever's launch has been a case study in how to mishandle a product or IP. Crazy thing is, even though Fight Forever came out months ago, it's not too late. The fan base is incredibly passionate, and if THQ, Yukes, or AEW Games said anything acknowledging the state the game launched in and their committed efforts to improve it, I'm confident the gesture would be appreciated. Number two. Based on the condition the game launched in, AEW Games, THQ, and Yukes need to be actively working to reestablish goodwill with early adopters. Again, most YouTube videos about Fight Forever are headlined by the word dead just 2 months after its release. To be clear, reestablishing goodwill is not making an announcement about a second season pass. If what was originally communicated about the game having a long lifespan is true, they should add new characters and include them for free, especially to the very patient player base that forked over upwards of $60 for a half-baked game. For example, Evil Uno has been streaming the game and doing all the promo. Plus the Fatality, the Dark Order's finisher, is in the game. Add him and Alex Reynolds. The game already has entrance animations for Private Party and Santana and Ortiz. Add them. I guarantee you, if THQ, Yukes, and AEW Games just did that, added 3 tag teams, 6 characters, the fan base would rejoice. It would go a long way in communicating genuine care about the fan base and reestablish some goodwill. Plus, they'd still be able to sell a second or third season pass afterwards. Number 3. They need to fix the online ranked matchmaking. They have to create separate options for cause and the base roster. I'm not here to argue with anyone whether cause are unbalanced or not, but the fact that this has not been addressed has been one of the more divisive points among the player base. The solution is simple. Create an environment where everyone can play how they want. Street Fighter 6 got it right. Why can't you, Yukes? Number 4. They need to expand the match types. Specifically, they need to add tag team tornado matches. You must add tag team ladder match, triple threat, and 4-way ladder matches. I've literally watched the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros and the Bucks versus Jurassic Express in ladder matches on AEW programming. Their absence in the game is deafening. We also need Iron Man matches. It wasn't that long ago that MJF faced Bryan Danielson in one, so why isn't it in the game? We need 2 out of 3 fall matches. We need cage matches. We need 4-person elimination matches. By no means am I a game developer, but I would deduce, since there's already the Casino Battle Royale, a mode where players get eliminated and the other characters remain. Why can't we have 4-player matches where people get eliminated by pin or submission? When I think of No Mercy, those were the best memories I had with friends. This is a bit of an extension of number 4, but it's worth its own slot. Number 5. The release of Stadium Stampede has left me scratching my head. The mode supports up to 30 players online, which means the game engine supports more than 6 players at once. then why the hell don't we have trio matches? Yukes has included 6-man tag matches in their old SmackDown vs. Raw games as far back as 2007. This is just baffling. Also, with all the assets from Stadium Stampede, like a bar, a car garage, an office, a weight room, a locker room, can someone please explain why we don't have backstage arenas in the base game? Point is, they need to repurpose those assets and put them in the main game. Number six. There's too many wrestlers that are prominently featured on AEW programming that need to be in the game. They need to add Jamie Hayter, Daniel Garcia, Jake Hager, Claudio, Samoa Joe, Saraya, Swerve Strickland, Tony Storm. We need the acclaimed House of Black and the Guns. While you're at it, cough up that licensing money so we have 50 Cent's Many Men on the soundtrack too. And with ROH heavily intertwined in AEW programming, we also need the Briscoes, Athena, and Jay Lethal. Number seven. We need legends. Now, Ultra Pro Wrestling released a trailer for its game a couple of weeks back, and I want nothing more than the developers to launch a great game that finds immediate success. However, if Fight Forever gets outclassed by Ultra Pro Wrestling, a Kickstarter indie title, we really need to get our shovels. How in the world is Arn Anderson and Jake the Snake in Ultra Pro but not in Fight Forever? AEW has tons of legends within the company that should be playable characters. Give us Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. We need Ricky Steamboat and Jerry Lynn. RVD and Sabu made recent appearances. Taz, Nigel McGuinness, and Mark Henry are part of the announced teams. What are we doing right now? I'll stop while I'm ahead, but you get my drift.
Number 8.
We need quality of life changes immediately. We shouldn't have to finish a match, exit the match, and return to the main menu just to choose different wrestlers. A solid UX design would allow us to return to the character select screen or choose match types immediately after finishing a match. Even more ideal would be a mode that allows us to create a pay-per-view or show. It would add so much value to the game. One of the greatest joys of being a wrestling fan is fantasy booking. That constitutes a huge part of our fandom. That's where the suspension of belief comes in. It's in our ability to predict the outcome of a match or storyline. Please give us the option to do this in Fight Forever. Although I've spewed off a laundry list of things I think need to be implemented in the game, I'm not asking for a perfect title. I'm asking for a polished game, one that functions as advertised and has enough content to justify the Elite Edition's $80 price tag. I can't help but think about Kenny Omega picking up Street Fighter VI with its robust story mode, deep character creation suite, arcade, and seamless online modes. I wonder if it ever dawned on him that Fight Forever shouldn't be priced the same as Street Fighter VI. Not because of the bullet points on the back of the game, but because of the huge difference in game quality. This is not meant to be a doom and gloom video about Fight Forever, but rather communicate succinctly what could make this game great. Before I exit stage left, I want to shout out the channels that are still creating positive content around the game, like Kenny Baum and Mr. Hartgrave. Like them, I genuinely want the best for this game. But that's my list, y'all. I'm interested to know what you think of it and if you agree or disagree with my points. What are some of the additions you'd like to see in Fight Forever? Please chime in the comment section, but remember, let's keep the convo productive, y'all. As always, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Peace.